You weren't really writing comics for a bit. Near as I can tell, the last comic you wrote was a DC Pride short in 2023, and before that had been since 2021. Why was this the project that brought you back in?
Well, I was one of those people who really liked the Deadpool Wolverine movie, and I thought basically Hugh Jackman is what made that movie because he gave it a kind of heart and soul. The Deadpool movies I think are pretty funny and I've always enjoyed them, but that one had something I thought was interesting. So I did have the idea of I really like to write Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. This was offered to me, and if I hadn't seen that movie, I'd have turned it down. But I liked the idea of writing Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. And the minute I realised it was Deadpool, I thought, well, Deadpool breaks the fourth wall. And, this takes me right back to my Animal Man stuff. This takes me right back to a couple of plot threads that were left dangling a long, long time ago, more than 30 years ago. And I thought, okay, I can do something with this. And then I hit on a line in the book, which is a line that Batman says. And the minute I had it, I realised what the relationship between them was. And it wasn't like Deadpool Wolverine, which was, a really broken, decent man and this madcap clown. Batman's not that at all. My Batman, at least, is a man who has found out exactly what he needs to do in order to save his own soul and the souls of others. That he's sorted in his head, as far as I'm concerned. And my Batman has a very dark and dry sense of humour. When he spars with Alfred, you see that kind of, it's a super English, dry sense of humour. It's an aristocratic thing. And I thought that him and Deadpool could play together in a way that people might not expect, because they're going to expect Batman to be the brooding, troubled character up against this irritating loudmouth. But it's a bit different from that. And that's what really gave me the hook as to how they would relate and how it would be a bit different from what people expected. And once that started, I just heard conversations in my head between the two of them, and all I had to do was write them down. It was one of those fortunate times when the characters just start babbling in your head. And once I had like 2 pages of dialogue, it was just a case of picking out the best stuff and then starting to build a story around that. And that's how it came together. It was just... I love Batman. I really wanted to write Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, and I just put those two together. And there was loads of other stuff that I was looking at online, or things that were interesting me at the time, or stuff that I was reading that I just threw in as texture and became part of it. So yeah, there's a lot going on in it. I'm quite pleased with it because I thought I want to put everything in here that readers will want to see in a book with Batman and Deadpool, and I think I got everything in there.